of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, some have greatness thrust upon them.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players.
The course of true love never did rest me.
One touch of nature makes the world kin.
Gallop apace, you fury put its seeds.
No legacy is so rich as honesty.
A horse, my kingdom for a horse.
If music be the food of love, play on.
Talking isn't doing.
To be or not to be, that is the question. We are such stuffs as dreams are made on.
We know what we are, but we don't know what we may be.
Have more than you show, speak less than you know.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
What's done can't be undone.
By my soul I swear, there's no power in the tongue of man to alter me.
Listen to many, speak to a few people.
Expectation is the root of all heartache.
Hell is empty and all the devils are here.
But if that am I, then now I know.
If music be the food of love, play on.
My words fly up, my thoughts remain below.
My soul is in the sky.
All that glitters is not gold.
But soft what light through yonder window rakes.
A horse, my kingdom for a horse. What if her eyes were there in her head?
If music be the food of love, play on.
If music be the food of love, play on.
If money go before, all ways do lie open.
We are such stuff as dreams are made on.
Nothing can come of nothing.
Shakespeare's boring.
That's not true.
You surely know nothing about Shakespeare, not even one of his stories.
You think so? All right, folks, let's prove her wrong.
Let's start with Hamlet's most important speech, where he gives actors instructions on stage presence and speech. His words are still valid and an excellent guidance for any performer. Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounce it to you, trippingly, on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of our players do, I had as lived the time crier spoke my lines. Nor do not so dear too much with your hands, thus, but use all gently. In the very torrent, tempest, and as I may say, whirlwind of your passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that may give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to hear a robust, perfect pathetic fellow tear. A passion to tatters, to very rags, to split the cars of the groundlings. One must in your allowance or away a whole theater of others. Oh, I have seen people play and heard others who, for the most part, are capable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows and noise.
I would have such a fellow whipped for ordering Termagant. It outsheros Herod. Pray you avoid it. Be not soothsaying neither, but let your own discretion be your tutor. See the action to the word, and the word to the action, with this special observance that you overstep not the modesty of nature. For anything so overdone is from the purpose of playing whose end. Both of the first and now was and is to hold a sword. The mere up to nature, to show virtue to her own feature, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of his form, time, and pressure. Now it is overdone, or come tardy off, though it make the unskillful laugh, cannot but make the judicious grieve.
The censure of the witch race, but that highly, not to speak it profanely, neither having the accent of Christian, nor the gait of Christian. Tegan nor man have so stuttered and bellowed, that I have thought that some of nature's journeymen had made men and not made them well. They imitated humanity so abominably, or reform it altogether, and let those who play your clowns speak no more than is set down for them. For there be of them that will themselves laugh, to set on some quantity of barren spectators to laugh too. That's villainous, and shows the most pitiful ambition in the fool that uses it. Go make you ready.
This poem is an expert from William Shakespeare's celebrated comedy, As You Like It. It narrates the life cycle of a man by comparing it to a play. The different stages of a man's life become the different acts that make up this play. This poem is 28 lines long. It does not have a rhyme scheme, but it's written in Arabic pantomime.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, but one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewing and puking in the nurse's arms. Then, the whiny schoolboy, with satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school.
And then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. Then a soldier, full of strange oaths, bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth.
And then the justice, in fair round belly, with good cape and line, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full wise souls and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean, in slipper pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side.
His youthful horse well saved the world too wide, for his strong trunk and his big manly voice, turning again toward Tude's treble pipes and whistle in his sound. Last and of all, that ends in this strange eventful history, in second childishness and mere oblivion, sans eyes, sans teeth, sans taste, sans everything.
And another scene of the play, As You Like It, where Phoebe is trying to reason herself, listing the advantages and disadvantages of her love interest.
Think not I love him, though I ask for him. 'Tis but a peevish boy, yet he talks well. But what care I for words? Yet words do well. When he that speaks them pleases those that hear. It's a pretty oath, not very pretty, but sure he's proud, and yet his pride becomes him. He'll make a proper man. The best thing in him is his complexion. And faster than his tongue, than middle fast, his eye and heel it up. He's not very tall, yet for his years he's tall. His luck is but so-so. There was a pretty redness in his lip, a little ripper, and more lusty red than the mixed in his cheek. 'Twas the difference betwixt constant tread and medal dance. There must be some woman, Sylvius, and had they married him in Parcos, as I did, would go near him to fall in love with him. But for my part, I love him not, I hate him more, and yet I have more cause to hate him than to love him. For what had he to try? I marvel why I answer not again. But it's a one. Omidas is no goodness. I will write a very daunting play. Shall bear it with the Sylvius.
Now we're going to see a scene of the taming of Shrew. Chaos rules at Baptida's house the next morning as Katrine chases Bianca, cursing at her in a fury. Katrina has tied Bianca's hands together and is trying to beat her sister because she will not tell her which of the suitors she prefers.
I will take her here and woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she will. Why? And I'll tell her the plain. She sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say that she'll be frowned. I say she looks as clear as morning roses nearly washed with dew. Say that she'll be mute and you'll not speak a word.
Then I'll commend her volubility, and say she uttered piercing equivalence. If she do bid me back, I'll give her thanks, as though she bid me stay by her a week. If she deny to wed, I'll crave the day when I shall ask the banns, and when be married. But here she comes, and now, Petruchio, speak.
Time for comedy. In a minute, we'll watch several scenes from the comedy of errors. This place is a farce. It tells the story of both said twins who experience a great deal of mistaken identity, causing confusion among themselves and other people. In the end, both said twins realize what has happened and the family is reunited.
And may it be that you have quite forgot the husband's office. Shall Antipholus, even in the spring of love, thy love springs wrought, shall love in building grows to ruinous. If you did wed my sister for her wealth, then, for her wealth's sake, use her with more kindness. Be not thy tongue thy own shame's reader. Look sweet, speak fair, become disloyalty. A pair of eyes like virtue's herring bear. Bear fair presence though your heart be tainted. Teach sin the carriage of a holy saint. Be secret false, what need she be acquainted?
What simple thief brags of his own attain? 'Tis double wrong to trunt with your bed, and let her read it in thy looks at board. Shame hath a bastard fame well managed. Our deeds are doubled with an evil word. Alas, poor women make us but believe, being compact of credit that you love us. Though others have the arm, show us the sleeve. We in your motion turn, and you may move us. Then gentle, brother, get you in again. Comfort my sister, cheer her, call her wife. 'Tis holy sport to be a little vain, when the sweet breath of flattery conquers strife.
Sweet mistress, what your name is else, I know not, nor by what wonder you do hit of mine. Less in your knowledge and your grace you show not than our earth's wonder, more than earth divine. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak. Lay open to my earthly gross conceit, smoother in errors, feeble, shallow, weak, the folded meaning of your words, deceit. Against my soul's pure truth, why labor you to make it wander in an unknown field? Are you a god? Would you create me new? Transform me then to your power. I will yield.
But if that I am I, then now I know. Your whipping sister is no wife of mine, nor to her bed no homage do I owe. Far more to you do I decline. Oh, train me not, sweet mermaid, with thy notes, to drown me in thy sister's flood of tears. Sing siren for yourselves, and I'll go, spread o'er the silver waves thy golden hair. And as a bed I'll take tea and there lay, and in that glorious supposition think, he gains by death that hath such means to die. Let love being light be drowned if she sings.
Welcome to Twelfth Night, a play in which Viola is separated from her twin, Sebastian, dresses as a boy and works for the Duke, Ursino, who then she falls in love with. Ursino is in love with the Countess Olivia and asks Viola to court her for him, but Olivia falls for Viola instead. Sebastian arrives, causing a flood of mistaken identities, and marries Olivia. Viola then reveals herself as a girl and marries Ursino.
If music be the food of love, play on! Give me access of that surfeiting, that it may sicken and so die. That strain again, it had a dying fall. Oh, it came, O year my ear, like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough, no more. This not so sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that notwithstanding thy capacity, received as the sea, not enters there. Of what validity and pitch swear, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute. So full shapes his fancy, that it alone is highly fantastic.
Tomorrow creeps, and the spitty pace from day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle.
Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that stretches and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. These, our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits that are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision,
The cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temple, the great globe itself. Yeah, all which in earth shall dissolve, and like the exceptional pageant faded, leave not a wreck behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made of, and our little life is surrounded with a sleep. Sir, I am vexed, bear with my weakness, my old brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. If you be pleased, retire into my cell. A turn or two I'll walk, to still my beating mind.
Antonio, the merchant of Venice, lends 3,000 ducats to this friend Bassanio in order to assist him of this wooing of the wealthy and beautiful Portia of Belmont, an estate some distance from Venice. Antonio's own money is tied up in business ventures that depend on the safe return of his ships from sea. Welcome to the Merchant of Venice.
What have we here? A carrier on deck with him whose empty eye. There is a written scroll. I read the writing. All that glisters is not gold. Often have you heard that told? Many of men his life hath sold, but by outside to behold, glided plums do worms enfold. Had you been as wise as bold, young in limbs, in judgment old, far you well, you sweet is cold indeed, in labor lost.
Is that anything now? D'Artagnan speaks an infinite deal of nothing, more than any man in all of Venice. His reasons are as 2 grains of wheat and 2 bushels of chaff. You shall seek all day, and you find them, they're not worth the search.
Well, tell me now, what lady is the same? To whom you swore a secret pilgrimage that you today promised to tell me of?
'Tis not unknown to you, Antonio, how much I have disabled mine estate by something showing a more swelling put than my faint means would grant continuous. Nor do I now make moan to be obliged from such a noble rate, but my chief care is to come fairly off from the great depths, where in my time something too prodigal have left me gauged. To you, Antonio, I owe the most in money and in love, and from your love I have a warranty to unburden all my plots and purposes, and to get clear of all the debts I owe.
I pray you, good Bassanio, and let me know it. And if it stand, as you yourself still do, within the eye of honor, be assured, my purse, my person, my extremest means lie all knock to your occasions.
In my school days, when I had lost one shaft, I shot his fellow the self-same flight, the self-same way, with more advised watch, to find the other forth, and by adventuring both, I oft found both. I just had proof, because what follows is pure innocence. I owe you much, Antonio, and like a willful youth, that which I always lost. But if you please to shoot another arrow, that self-way which you did shoot the first, I do not doubt, as I watch the aim, or to find both, or bring your latter as it back again, and thankfully rest debtor for the first.
You know me well, and herein spend but time to wind about my love with circumstance. And out of that, you do me now more wrong than making question of my uttermost, than if it made waste of all I have. Then do, but say to me what I should do, that in your knowledge may by me be done, and I am pressed unto it. Therefore speak.
In Beaumont is a lady richly left. She is fair, and fairer than that word of wondrous virtues. Sometimes from her eyes I did receive fair speechless messages. Her name is Portia, nothing undervalued to Cato's daughter, Brutus Portia, nor is the wide world ignorant of her worth, for the 4 winds blowing from every coast, which makes her seat of Beaumont culture strand, and many Jasons come in quest of her. Oh, my Antonio, had I but the means to hold a rival place with one of them, I have a mind that presages me such thrift that I should question us be fortunate. And now Hamlet's most famous monologue, dealing with the meaning of life.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and the opposing end them, to die, to sleep. No more, and by sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks, This flesh is air, is a consummation, devoted to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub.
For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come, when we have suffered of this mortal coil, must give us pause. There is a respect that makes a calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressors are strong, the proud man is contumely, the punk despise love, the woes delight, the insolence of office and the spurns, the patient merit of the unworthy takers. When he himself might his quiets make, with a bare bodkin, who would fathers bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life? But the dread after death, then discover country from whole bird. No travelers returns, puzzles that wills, and make us later bear those years we have. Then flights others that we know not of. This conscience that make cowards of us all, and this native hue of resolution. It's hued with the pale cast of thought and enterprises of great bite and moment, and lose the name of action, soft to know, the fair Ophelia, nymph in my origins, be all my sins remembered.
And now, coming in still, 12th Night, Act 1, Scene 5, a story about a mischievous clown and Maria.
So wide as a bristle may enter in the way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this road needs to fear no colors.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
A good Lenten answer. I can tell thee where that saying was born of I fear no colors.
Where, good Mistress Mary?
In the wars, and that may be bold to say in your foolery.
Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you were hanged for being so long absent. Is that not as good as a hanging to you?
Many. A good hanging prevents a bad marriage. And for turning away, let summer bear it out.
You're resolute then.
Not so, neither. But I'm resolved on 2 points.
So if one breaks, the other will hold. But if both break, your gaskins fall.
Apt. A good fate. Very apt. Oh, go thy will, if search hope you with you drinking. Thou wert as witty a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, your rock, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make her excuse wisely. You are best.
Wit, unbe thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I, that am sure like thee, may pass for a wise man. For what says Canopus? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit.
God bless thee, lady. Take the fool away.
Dear. Let's travel to fair Verona, where a place where one of our very well-known plays is set. Of course, we're talking about Romeo and Juliet. It's a tragic love story, a play about two loved teenagers, but their families, the Montagues and Capulets, do not mean well at all.
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge to new mutiny, civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows
that with their dead bury, their parents strive the fearful passage of their dead marked love.
And the continuance of their parents' rage, which put their children's end, not could remove, is now the 2-hour traffic of our stage, the which, if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not be, but sworn my love, and now no longer be a Capulet.
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? It is nor hand nor foot, nor arm nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, by any other name would smell as sweet. Sir Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
What man art thou that, thus miscreant and night, so stumblest on my counsel? My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo, and a Montague? How comest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high, and hard to climb, and the place dead. Considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here, if they see thee, they will kill thee.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such a wagoner is Phaeton would whip you to the west and bring a cloudy night immediately. Spread thy close curtain, love-performing night, that runway's eyes may wink, and Romeo leap to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers can see to do their amorous rites, or, if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come, Sibyl Knight, thou sober-seated matron, all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match, played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods. Put my young man blood bathing in my cheeks with thy black mantle, till strange love grow bold. Think true love acted simple, modesty. Come night, come Romeo, come thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than a new snow upon a raven's back. Come, gentle night, come, loving black-brown night, give me my Romeo, and when I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, as he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garner's sun. Oh, I have bought the mansion of love, but not yet possessed it, and though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day, as is the night before some festival, to an impatient child who hath new robes and may not wear them.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is east, and surely it is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, sick and pale with grave, that thou, her mate, art far more fair than she. Be not her mate, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sinking green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It's my lady. Oh, it's my love. Oh, that she knew she was. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eyes discourses. I will answer her. I'm too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in the spheres till they return.
What if her eyes were there in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as they light doth a lamp her eyes in heaven, through the airy stream so bright. Those birds would sing and think that it was not night. See how she leans her hands upon her hand. Oh, that there were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his act being 7 ages,
At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. Then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face creeping like snail, unwillingly to school, and then the lover, sighing like furnace with the woeful ballads made to his mistress' eyebrow. Then a soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the part.
Jealous and honored, sudden quick and quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth, and then the justice. In fair round belly will come on line, with eye severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part, the sixth age shifts, into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful host well says they world too wide, for his shrunk and big manly voice turning in towards childish treble pipes. And so he whistles in his sound, last seen of all. In second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.